One. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this broken creep right here. This is Mars coming at you over the interwaves with another StarCraft 2 cast. This one sent in by members of the community. Possibly this guy, or possibly this guy. I don't know. One of you could actually be a girl. I don't know. I've been told there are girls on the internet. Yeah, so if you'd like to have yours game cast, then take that replay that you like so much where you're absolutely awesome, or you almost win against an even more awesome opponent in a very back and forth or cheesy or whatever game. Take that replay, upload it to GG Tracker or any of the other possibilities right there, and yeah, link that to castit.reddit.com. That is castit.reddit.com. And somebody go out down and cast that for you. If you'd like to have me personally cast it, then marshgaming@gmail.com is your email address for that replay. I will definitely get down and cast that for you. For right now, on Proxima Station, playing for Nom Nom, it's Unex. Unex? I don't know. His opponent, playing for Muba, it's Fallos. No, fuck that up. Well, there you go. This guy with the with that guy. All right, go. So we had a hatch first over here, and his opponent, well, he's going for a standard sort of 2-gate. Actually, I much rather have expected a thing right there. Alright, well, no, going for a 2-gate option, and the Fallos, no, Unex, my apologies, is going to put some pressure on his opponent. Making sure that his opponent doesn't take that debris down with... I forgot to put that back on. I had to reformat my computer, so there's a couple of things about my setup right now that are not optimal. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, all of this gets counted by Unix though, so he may now be preparing himself for... Oh, wow, even overcharges that. And that Overlord is not going to get away. That is well worth it. His opponent doesn't know whether there's a Nexus already on the way. I don't know exactly what... what league these players in, so I don't know if they're exactly like, well, no, you have two gateways, so that means you only have so many resources. You definitely don't have a second base on the way. I think at this point Fallos just maybe doesn't know, and that is very nicely done by Unix. Is going to lose this probe, maybe? No, that's going to get away actually. They're going to get away. Oh, that's going to get away. That's going to get away. Yep. Bye-bye. Alright, and exactly in time for the spawning of these two adepts. So his opponent still doesn't know anything that's going on, but he does know there are two adepts that may materialize in his base anytime in the next 30 seconds or so. He doesn't know about the second base, he doesn't know about the Stargate, and he doesn't know much of anything. Taking a third, fairly standard right there. Continue drawing up here. Does get the defensive road scoring right there. May want to decide to just blindly build those spore crawlers in another 10-20 seconds or so. Is this the original probe? No, he did send down another probe. Unix did get that scout off that second base, is now going to confirm that third base is there and move on to the position right here, making sure that he can come in for a later scout if his opponent doesn't move that out. Wait, really? I was expecting an Orgo right there. Oh, and Fallos is lucky right there. He hasn't built any of the defensive structures there. He doesn't seem nearly... Like, if he'd flown that straight into here, he could have done quite a bit of damage right there. But no, it's going to be Void Race. Going to hunt for a couple of overlords. Is going to get it. So, despite the fact that this guy's not going to scout that Stargate. Oh, he's going to scout that Stargate. But he should know that it is a Stargate play. It is, in fact, so much of a Stargate play that Unex is going to get +1 air weapons right there. So I would not be at all surprised if a second Stargate were to materialize fairly soon, and maybe a fusion core after that. Does not rush for it, on the other hand. Going to build that third nexus, make sure he has a couple of gateways as well. Build, warp in some standard units. Make sure you can actually defend a little bit. And with this map, this is a very defensible position, especially if you're Protoss. You can put a pylon here and a pylon there. You have to have the pylon overcharge. You can hold this line a long ass time. And these debris, which give your opponent, another way in, they take quite a bit of time to take down. So, good 3-base map. That could be used for turtling if the either player really wanted to do that. However, it looks like neither player, or at least Unex, is not in the turtling mood. Does move in for an offensive position. What do we have starting to defend it? Well, we're warping in some Ravagers right now. And if Unex is not paying attention, that could cost his Void Rays very dearly. Hydralisks then not quite there. If you could buy a little bit more time, you could have those Hydralisks that would make life very hard for those Void Rays. But Unex threatened a bit, made sure that his opponent made some army, didn't just drone up like a bloody madman. Unex is actually ahead in the work count, which is not the best position, but moves on back there with that army. Sending in that scout, just making sure. Oh, with that many queens, he would have had a hard time with that Void Ray anyway. And we're moving on from the +1 air. Did that actually finish? Yeah, it did finish. All right, we've got a robotics bay. So yeah, extend that lands, force your opponents into getting Hydralisks, and then get the unit that absolutely mows those down like a madman. Which is to say, Colossi. Doesn't stop building the Void Rays though, which is nice. I like that. There's the first Colossus. He hasn't built... Never mind, I take that back. Fallos, I want to think about taking a fourth base here right now. You line up those upgrades right there, and indeed, oh yeah, both of them do take that gold first. Now, this is a tactical choice right here. This obviously, together with this, keeps the defending area. The alternative fourth base is here, which has an attack point over here and an attack point over here. If you take this base, you have a gold base expansion. You can just place your army here. It's so close to, especially because this is an entire wall. You can just, with this position, you can defend all of that and hold that right there. As we are looking at a Nexus Council right there. Nope. So, what is he going for? Oh, that is right on top of the money. That is a lovely bunch of corrosive balls. But there's not enough left there to take that out. Did take out a lot of the ground force. But, is he going to get the Void Rays? He's going to get the Void Rays. Focuses on the Void Rays. Very good. Very good right there. Does make sure that there's nothing left there. Can't just reinforce with stuff that just shoots normally. Oh, is he going to get the flank? No, that's actually his own adepts right there. But is now going to see that that base did go down for his opponent as it did for him. Not spotted. Yes, it is. And he may want to decide to take that down. 2-2. What do we want here? To second. Wait, is that? Oh, that's for his air. No second Stargate yet, but we do have a fleet beacon for continued upgrades. So sparkling in a void ray here and there, continuously building those, but not going to go all out. So very tech thing. He's not pumping out Colossi. We actually moved on to disruptors. So what are we missing still here? A High Templar, and that's pretty much it. Does force the overcharge over there. Gets a free snipe on that other unit. No, what did I say? So 3 gets in range of that extensive thermal lance. Extended thermal lance. Oh, that is not a good place to put a Greek Roamer. Is he going to get? No, that puts him too close to the rest of their army. Looks like Unix feels fairly comfortable moving out right there. There we go. Look at that disruptor. No. Nice reaction by Fallos right there. He's going to take that out, by the way. Making sure that there's no backstabbing potential right there. Warping in a couple of these and then shading them right into there. Alright. And I'm assuming somewhere in here there's an observer. There we are. Sees all of that and starts pushing back that creep. Denying that map vision. Denying that extra speed. And there is that second upgrade. Still only building one. Not dedicating to a second Stargate. Very nice position at the top of the round there. Oh! No, did actually get a Hydralisk in the end there. But Unix pulls on back. And there is that other possible backstab solution. And there's no creep heading this way. So this is going to just materialize in his mineral line, and he's going to have absolutely no clue. But his army is very close. Wait, where are you going? Where are you going that way? Oh, going for the queens right there, not dedicating to the drones, and that was a lot of wasted warping potential right there. He's going to get that gateway to make sure that these don't warp in quite as slowly as they are doing now. You can engage that. That's fine. They're slow. They're not going to be warped in yet, and all of them do die before even shooting so much as one glaive. And doesn't give up the position on this base either. So nicely done by Fallos right there. His opponent did get a base up completely uncontested by him though. Look at that pre-spread, getting into that concave, and just pushing his opponent back. Gets a couple of lurkers, very nice. Very good against most Protosses. Of course, against extended thermal lance, I'd have to actually check what the range difference is. And the disruptor, a patient Protoss can deal with that just fine. Alright. Yep, that's exactly what I mean. That is 3 lurkers right there. That is an expensive little joke on the side of thing. And we had a flown in bunch of roaches, or did they actually just walk in? Alright, well, there's nothing left here to shoot at them. Well, there are 2 adapts, so he's going to take out one of these. These are 1-1 versus 2-2, so the roach should actually do this. Oh, does get a range on this as well. And here comes those disruptor balls. No, does get rid of that. Very nice key position here. If you can move that a little bit forward. Gets this area right here completely sealed off. His opponent can't safely engage in there. Does have to take out those lurkers or face the wrath of that slow sustained damage right there. He gives up that position. Is he going to be able to take this out, or is that going to get taken out? Zerglings are being allowed to live. And that Nexus does live with 264 health right there. Oh, he took down these rocks right there. I'm sorry to have missed that for you. And is wrecking this mineral line. Took out 45 workers right there. Very nicely done by Fallos. Unix does clear it up in the end. Adept's very good at taking out Zerglings, of course. And the first carriers are on the shield. Did finally build that second Stargate. Man, I'm just missing everything these players are doing. Oh, yep. Can't see that, can't see that. There we go. That's 1, but you need 2. Oh, you had just enough damage that 1 shot actually worked. Not going to be able to get this base up. He take down these rocks? He did take down these rocks. Alright. You can send another, run by into this base quite easily. For now, we have this army right here engaging into some very static defense. Taking out 2 spine crawlers, but with the backup of lurkers, does need to move back there because this is taking a lot. Don't move. Ooh, that is a nice disruptor shot right there. With that, with patience, these disruptors can take out a lot of any defensive lurkers right there. But those adepts took a lot of lurker shots right there. He has to wait for those shields to go back there. Otherwise, this happens, and oh, that does take that out. Wait for another disruptor to come off cooldown, and there goes the first couple of adepts right there. That's not going to get anything done. And with the brute lords on the field on the side of Fallos, he does have to pull back. There's quite a bit in there that can take out those corruptors if he so chooses, but there is a lot of zergs to deal with that as well. And if you can get those corrosive vials, oh, almost get, yes, that is one, that is two. Both of the carriers do go down. There are 2 more on the field, I do believe. No, there are in fact none. There are 2 not nearly close to completion. And Fallos cleans up the army of unex. Meaning he completely cleans this up. And gets a position on this base. It takes that on out. Alright, Fallos in a very good position. Unex can still move some things over there. Fallos did not follow up on cleaning out this base, so a lot of shields have been regenerated. But he does correct that now. He's going to get that just fine. There we go. Alright. And Fallos should feel comfortable. Continue on this base. He's got mining here, he's got mining there. And should just build up his army, because he can build up an army right now where his opponent cannot. And unex on his side is going to have to really make something happen. He's very much in a position where he can't continue just building what he wants. He's still got 1,000 minerals right there, but yeah, does he have Zealot Charge? He does not have Zealot Charge. You can't just invest endlessly into charge zealots in order to get rid of that banks. But if Fallos moves in his brood lords like that, then I'd say he'd have a very good clean shot as well. Can just blink to the low ground, get underneath that remaining brood lord, and that is the remaining brood lords of Fallos. And Fallos should now still be very mindful. That is still a very big ball of Protoss death. And these carriers with 2-2, they don't die easily. Oh, that's an unfortunately positioned lurker right there. Now, if this base gets up and if this base gets up, then unex might just be in a very decent position after all. Couple of new brood lords coming on in and taking this base right there. Oh, no, we have an engagement right there. Trying to get that creep once again. Trying to get oh, no, we have an engagement right there. Lots of Hydralisk. Hydralisk doing absolute murderous damage to everything in there. That was a lot of dead interceptors. I don't know how many we lost. They don't get individually counted. But that meant that a lot of the firepower on the side of the Protoss just got taken out. And that means that unex has to move back just to get himself time to rebuild those. They don't cost any amount of money at all anymore. Well, they cost 10 minerals, but still, 2 Zerglings once again got into that base. But yeah, carriers without them don't do any amount of damage whatsoever. So there you go. Moving into position once again here. Those brood lords. Brood lords can tie up a lot of this, but Void Ray still doing a lot of damage. No, gets on force back there. Those Hydralisks really do melt under all those Colossi, of which there are still 3. So very tough position right there. There go the... Yeah, that does get taken out eventually. Now, Fallos knows about this base and he knows about that base. And he should maybe consider taking this out just in case he wants a... to get back into the defensive position right there. And is going to siege that up with the Brood Lord. No, he's just going to brute strength it right there. Right click that Nexus. Well, we're going to take out that thing there first. And another run by right there does get warped in against, but there's enough here to take that out. And he should be free to continue doing with that. And here we go, lasers versus bio. That is biological units right there as those corruptors get focused on down. But there's a lot of things right here that can shoot on the side of the Zerg. And we have a little bit of a sandwich with 2 of the Broodlords right here. And there is the last of the army of the Protoss. GG. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.